feel that this environment is for anybody that wants to try something new. Whether it is CrossFit or powerlifting, we offer a safe space for someone who's never been athletically inclined to try something that they've never done before.
Attention GovGuam employees and retirees. Open enrollment is extended to October 10th. There's still time to choose Take Care and keep money in your pocket. Lower copays at preferred in-network providers. A payroll deduction as low as $2.04 bi-weekly. To avoid enrollment and payroll processing delays, enroll as soon as possible. Learn more at takecareasia.com/GovGuam 2023 or call 671-647-3526. Take Care, our island, your health plan.
We have to all work together because we do need to deter crime. We do need to decrease crime.
There's a lot of news coming out, rape cases, children. It's so hard to believe.
I'm Felix Camacho, and I approve this message.
Tom Fisher was a Peace Corps volunteer and an educator in the jungles of Central Africa. He went from educating children in impoverished nations to serving our nation in the United States Navy. Tom's legal expertise took him from the military courtroom as a judge advocate general to the courts of Guam, where he has spent 3 decades representing our Manumco and our less fortunate. Tom Fisher knows the law. He'll be a great lawmaker. Let's vote Attorney Thomas Fisher for Senator.
I'm Tom Fisher, and I approve this message.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Right now, we are seeing a rise in energy prices. We feel it at the pump, at the store, or each time we get our CUC bill. This is causing everyone to make difficult choices. Businesses are having to increase prices or reduce hours. Families are having to choose between keeping the aircon on or putting food on the table. Lieutenant Governor Arnold and Mayor Dave's commitment to our Commonwealth is demonstrated through their 30-plus years of public service. Their experiences have allowed them the opportunity to personally interact with our community during their most difficult moments, and for that, they have a better understanding of the needs of our people. The CNMI needs leaders that will promote policies that create jobs, grow paychecks, and improve the economic security of the CNMI businesses and families. We hear you, Marianas. It's time to get this government back in order. This election, please vote Arnold and Dave.
I am Ann Leon Guerrero. I am voting for Joe.
I am Ernie Caceres. I am voting for Joe.
I am Rose Tapasna Mesa, and I am voting for Joe.
I am Kathy Leon Guerrero, and I'm voting for Joe.
I'm Hope Benavente de los Reyes, and I'm voting for Joe.
I'm Marilyn Tablante. I'm voting for Joe.
I am Deb Kenga. I am voting for Joe.
My name is Michael Gofigan Tapasna, and I am voting for Joe.
I'm Ray Younger. I'm voting for Joe.
I'm Benjamin D. Mesa Jr. I'll be voting for Joe.
I'm Pete Johnson, and I'm voting for Joe. Whoa.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kandit's Daily Crime Report. I'm Johnny Rosario.
And I'm Danielle Bassa.
It is, October.
3:04.
Wait.
We are
Wait. It is October 3rd on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on today. It is definitely a Monday. We will start off with a lost dog, and there is a $2,000 reward. Let me bring that up.
There you go.
It is. It says, please help find Lily. $2,000 reward if found. Suspected to be in Dedido, Tumon, or Harmon area. A female with a green spay mark on her belly. White front paws, some white on rear paws. Red collar with name tag. She has an underbite. Call, text, or WhatsApp 688-4821 or 688-8588. Please help find Lily.
They really love that dog.
I know.
Wow. Like their baby. Right?
Yeah. Okay, and we are starting off the magistrates for today. I want to remind everybody that these are just charges in court. They are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. There was more magistrates, but of course we just pulled the violent crimes. You're first or me?
The worst first or
yeah,
the
no,
the light one?
Yeah.
Is first?
Yeah.
So that's me.
Okay.
On or about October 2nd, 2022 in Guam, Guam police were dispatched to a home located on Scambulary Road, Tumuning, in response to a request for the removal of an intoxicated female. At said location, police observed a man and a woman arguing at the front entrance of the home. The man was identified to be the victim, and the woman was identified to be Josie Ellen Santos. The defendant was observed to be standing close to the victim and appeared to be very irate as she yelled at the victim. As officers approached, they observed the defendant strike the victim with her hands. Officers separated the defendant from the victim and placed her in handcuffs. It was noted that the defendant had a strong odor of an intoxicating beverage emitting from her and that she had bloodshot, watery eyes and slurred speech. The victim stated that the defendant is his ex-girlfriend and that they have children in common. The victim stated that earlier in the evening that he had received a call from his son asking the victim to come and pick him up. The victim located the defendant with his son and another individual parked at Tenota Gardens in Dedido. At the time, the defendant was sitting in the passenger seat and was very intoxicated. The victim retrieved his son and went home to his residence in Tumuning. The victim stated that he thereafter observed the defendant drive up to a secure driveway gate, whereupon the defendant opened the gate and entered the premises. An argument ensued and the victim tried to convince the defendant to leave. The defendant refused to leave. The defendant was still intoxicated. The vehicle that the defendant used to drive to the victim's residence is a black blah 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 license plate blah blah blah. The vehicle was parked outside the gate of the residence. The front driver's side door was open. Within the vehicle in the center console cup holder were 2 open cans of Budweiser Strawberry alcoholic beverages, which each had some liquid still inside of the can. The defendant refused to take a field sobriety test and was offered but refused to take a blood, urine, or breath test. Based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Josie Ellen Santos with family violence as a misdemeanor.
Strawberry Ritas, huh?
I know, it sounds good.
No, but those are good, though.
They're very good, and they're very strong.
Yeah.
You only need 2.
On or about September 19, at or about 10 a.m., officers met with the victim with the victim at the Tumon precinct. She reported that at around 9:40 a.m. same day, she was driving her vehicle, a red Tacoma truck. She had picked up her former boyfriend, identified as Harrison Ignacio. The two got into an argument about getting back together again. She did not want to. The defendant had punched the passenger side window and broken interior light. He also broke her glasses. She stopped the vehicle and told him to get out. He blamed her for breaking her own glasses and interior light. She reported she punched the defendant. Oh, she punched. He retaliated by grabbing her by her hair and dragging her towards a nearby building. She suffered abrasions to her forearm and shin. There were redness to her face, arms, and legs. She also had pain on her left hip. A friend of the defendant had to stop him. When the officers first met her, she was sweating and breathing heavily. They also had seen bleeding on her arm and shin. The defendant was not located then. On or about October 3rd at 1 a.m., officers were patrolling northbound on Salvatore's Drive in Tumon and saw a vehicle, a green Toyota Hilux, license plate, blah, 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 traveling in the same direction and drifting from the inner to outer lane. When the officers attempted to pull it over, it struck a median, pulled left into the Pacific Star Hotel, then backed out onto Salvatore's and traveled in the opposite direction. It eventually pulled over in the parking garage of Pacific Islands Club. The officers recognized the operator as being the defendant. His eyes were bloodshot and watery. His speech was slurred. The officers smelled the strong odor of intoxicating beverage from his person. He refused to perform the SFST. He was also offered and refused the breathalyzer test. Oh, that's two.
They're
very
getting
smart.
Very smart.
He was charged. Fred Recat. Oh, how come it says Fred Recat at the bottom?
Yeah, I think
and
that's
then
a typo.
Harrison.
You forgot to type over that.
Family violence with third-degree felony and driving while impaired, and operating a motor vehicle without a license, and open container. So 4 charges.
He looks familiar.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Like someone.
That is our show for today, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all, folks.
Thank you for joining us. We got some kids to pick up, and
a couple kids.
Yeah, that's it. It's really a Monday. Yeah.
For real.
Have a great day. Drive safe. We'll see you later.
Attention GovGuam employees and retirees. Open enrollment is extended to October 10th. There's still time to choose Take Care and keep money in your pocket. Lower copays at preferred in-network providers. A payroll deduction as low as $2.04 bi-weekly. To avoid enrollment and payroll processing delays, enroll as soon as possible. Learn more at takecareasia.com/GovGuam 2023 or call 671-647-3526. Take Care, our island, your health plan.
Tom Fisher was a Peace Corps volunteer and an educator in the jungles of Central Africa. He went from educating children in impoverished nations to serving our nation in the United States Navy. Tom's legal expertise took him from the military courtroom as a judge advocate general to the courts of Guam, where he has spent 3 decades representing our Manumco and our less fortunate. Tom Fisher knows the law. He'll be a great lawmaker. Let's vote Attorney Thomas Fisher for Senator.
I'm Tom Fisher, and I approve this message.
Hafa Day, dear people of Guam. My name is Pete Santos, and I approve this message. I am the only candidate that's running for Attorney General that has the proven track record, the required skills, and the leadership ability to make Guam safe again. Please write me in for Attorney General of Guam this election. Thank you, si Diyos maasi, maraming salamat po, and kiraso.